Hi Gemini, and welcome to your tarot reading for April 2019. Now, this is the third time I've tried to record your reading, so I have kept the cards exactly as they came out, okay? Your additional guidance card is the beautiful Peace card. Lovely card, okay? It's about being, you know, those states when you're totally at peace with the world. There's nothing that you need, nothing that you're waiting on. You just feel connected with the world and happy as it is. So that's your additional guidance card. And I'm sort of looking at your other cards. You have got a very, very beautiful reading. Yeah, there's 3 fire cards, 3 major arcanas all showing up here, and 1 water card, the Page of Cups. Actually, you've got the Judgment card in your relationships. I always read the Judgment card as a water card. It's the other side of the Death card. This is the Resurrection, okay? So something might be coming back from the dead in your relationships, okay? We'll see what happens. So what else am I picking up? What lies behind you is the Tower and the Page of Pentacles. Now, what's so strange, Scorpio got almost an identical reading. I did Scorpio's reading like sort of hours ago, and I've used my cards for private readings an awful lot, okay? So it's nothing to do with the cards. So you might be doing some cross-watching. You might have Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Ascendant, or something like that. Or for some reason, you and Scorpio have just got a very, very similar reading. The Tower card for the Page of Pentacles is about breaking down something in order for a new structure to begin to emerge. So a classic example of these cards would be leaving behind a job in order to start a new one. This can be in any area of your life, learning a new skill. But the Tower is a card, it can be about a sort of epiphany. Oh my gosh, I found what I'm looking for. And the Page of Pentacles would be about going forward in order to learn something new. And that's what Gemini represents. Okay, learning. Learning is where you'll find an awful lot of your destiny. Because if we follow the energy of our sun, we always find our destiny. It's a very, very interesting combination of cards. So some of you might be learning something new, something's going down. Maybe it's just been, the Tower card can also represent an epiphany, a real realization about something. And from that realization, this beautiful little Page of Pentacles is emerging, which is always about something new. I love all the pages, by the way. I've got a real soft spot for them. Now what you want is a Justice card. This might be a Libra, or the Justice card would come. The Justice card is about harvest time, which means you've worked very hard and now you want the completion of something. In this deck, she wears a blindfold. It's not my favourite Justice card, this one, yeah, but I love this deck. But she wears a blindfold because really what she's saying, it's what you put in that you get back. That's what the law is. You can't, if you grow thorns, you can't get a beautiful, lush, green garden. So it's sowing and reaping. But by the looks of it, with the other cards, I am assuming there's things you've been working on, Gemini. It could be relationships, it could be anything, and you want the harvest time. You want things to come to completion. The good news is what's helping you get the Justice card is the Chariot. The Chariot represents personal mastery. And it's right under the Six of Wands in your money position and your work position. So very good if you're looking for a new job or something. That page wants to become something more. Because the Chariot represents mastery, because all the forces are moving in the one direction. If you think of chaos, chaos is when we're disjointed, okay? We don't know what's going on. The Chariot is when we know what's going on and all the forces are working in the one direction in order for you to get this Justice card, this harvest. Or a Libra, guys, I don't know. Okay, it could be a legal situation that's completing itself. Something's going on here. The challenge is the Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands a challenge, please? Because it doesn't make sense. The Chariot is the gift, is movement. The Knight of Wands moves forward without fear. So what it might be saying, Gemini, is there might be a bit of overthinking. Because when you overthink, you don't utilise the full power of the Knight of Wands, okay? So there might be a little bit of overthinking, but you haven't got any Swords cards. So why is the Knight of Wands a challenge, please? Oh, it's a relationship. So this is obviously, your challenge is a relationship moving forward, or it could be with a fire sign person, but there seems to be maybe too much overthinking between you and another person, which is keeping the situation from reaching where it's meant to be reaching. So the Knight of Wands is about desire. So there's obviously a relationship you desire here, and oh, my phone will not stop. I am so sorry. But for some reason, it's a challenge. Okay? I think I've worked out why, because the Three of Wands is with it. There's still a waiting here, Gemini. But the Judgment card is showing up in your relationship. So this is the other side of the Death card. This is the resurrection from wherever this relationship's been. Because of the challenge, I am wondering if this is a card, because it's a major arcana, you've got no control over it, okay? It's the hands of a divine, which means everything is being worked out behind the scenes. You don't have to interfere, but it might be towards the end of April that this comes through, because waiting for movement around this relationship is your challenge. And that's why the Justice card is your challenge, which is that final harvest time. But let's carry on, because money and work, you've got the Six of Wands under the Chariot, so there's some very significant potential success around your work and finances. Now, our work and finances are such an important part of our lives. They're not the only part, but it's definitely something that we want working well for us, because if it doesn't, we can feel like all our life is a little bit contaminated if it's difficult energy. So you've got some beautiful energy around your finances. Great time to look for a new job, or if you're trying to build this page into something more sustainable, it's a great time, okay? Now the Ace of Wands at a soul position is something bursting forward from your soul, okay? Which is a desire to express yourself. It's like this bursting passion going on within you, Gemini, it's like breaking free of this energy of probably waiting for some sort of change in a relationship. It's like you're like just bursting free. That's how I'm reading the Tower and the Page of Pentacles. A little bit of a no more, you know, coming out of this. Because the Judgment card's showing up here, It obviously means you've been in a relationship phase that hasn't been, you felt's been never ending, dead even. But you've got so much birthing energy of moving forward into new chapters. Now your outcome is another beautiful page of cups. So you begin with a page and you end with a page. The whole energy of newness is around you. And when I ever see a reading like this, I would be so incredibly excited about the month of April. Because it's almost like, when I think of you, Gemini, and obviously sometimes to understand a card, you need to understand the cards before it, yeah? And it's very clear that there's been, maybe in your relationships you've been missing someone, because the Judgment card wouldn't be showing up, yeah? If there hadn't been a separation or a difficult phase. The Victory in your work with the Chariot means that you've worked really, really hard to bring all the forces together. And that's probably why you're wanting this final harvest, to see the results of the hard work that you've put in. Yeah? Okay? And this beautiful Ace of Wands birthing from your soul position, I really, you know what? The Ace of Wands I find one of the most, I mean, I love all the aces and all the pages, but there's something so passionate and enthusiastic and just longing to live your life at a very deep soul level. Absolutely stunning. I'm sorry, I'm so excited about this reading. So the outcome is the Page of Cups. The page carries the ace. That's all he does. He carries the Ace of Cups, which is the feelings of love. And he brings it forward into a very tangible place. So tell me more about this Page of Cups. Oh God, King of Wands looking at the Page of Cups. This is the gift of love, but it's with someone who's, the King of Wands is a very, very, very powerful, passionate, intense relationship, okay? And it's almost like the love is, the expression of the love is very, very, it's almost like teenagerly, like a little bit clumsy, but the passion is already very, very intense, which makes sense if, because before the Judgment, you've been in the Death card. And it looks like someone's desires have been building and building and building, Gemini, and that's what always propels the page forward. You know when you get so hot that you just can't keep it in anymore? That's what propels the Page of Cups to take action. Yeah? My gosh, Gemini, what's going on? Any more guidance cards for Gemini, please? It's a very exciting month. Oh, yeah. Wish fulfillment. You know what? It's really odd. I mean, this is, the cards are so vivid. They're so lively. And it's almost sending an even more powerful message for you about coming alive. Saying this enthusiastic yes to life. There's a really famous Tantra meditation, and it's just called the Yes meditation. As all you do is say yes. And because of the colour, the cards are just so colourful, they're really saying to you, Gemini, to say yes to life, to say yes to your desires, to say yes to what you love, and to say yes to all the hard work you've put in. And have your hands open in order to receive the harvest. Well, that was quite a reading, Gemini, and actually I'm quite glad now the other two didn't go well. didn't record well because I don't think I was fully attuned to your reading, and I am now. Absolutely beautiful. If you look out for the weekly readings, I post on a Thursday, and loads of love. Love you guys. Bye.